Hi everyone, this is Chaz reporting on behalf of Team 6 for Project 4. One of the feedbacks we got on our last update was it was kind of overwhelming for all of our information to be on the screen at once, so I have us zoomed in a little bit. I'll actually go a little bit more, just to be a little bit more focused for this one. So, to start off with the variables, we had to have 3 different job titles. We have more than 3. We have interns, associates, senior associates, manager, director, senior director, vice president, senior vice president. And then we had 6 different skill levels, which we have down here. With a 1 to 6 rating, we have 1, which is just a basic knowledge of the area, 2, a limited experience, 3, average experience, 4, practical application, 5, applied theory, and 6, recognized authority or content expert. So as you can see, for our 12 employees we have over here on the left, we have assigned them a skill level for 4 different areas of concentration of analytics, marketing, development, and finances. And then we've kind of laid it out logically in the fact that you have interns that will be less experienced in those fields where they're just kind of getting their work experience in and learning more and more every day. And then as you kind of go up the ladder or organizational chart, you get more experience and more areas of expertise by the higher ups. So one of the constraints that we had for this project was the time constraint, and that they all had to be integers and that everybody had to work a similar amount of time. So for us, we've set 125 hours as the goal. And then as you can see, we've had to split up some concentrations, whereas Jeff works in analytics 124 days, and then 1 day he works in marketing. And then also for Eric, he works 123 days in development and then 2 days in marketing. Just to kind of give us a little bit more, just because these, for instance, this is where Jeff's highest skill levels are, and so we want him to be able to spread out a little bit and put his knowledge to where we can use it to benefit our company. And then, so down here is our employee pay table. So we actually came up with the idea of paying people based off of their expertise in that field. So, like I said, Jeff is a 6 and a 6 in analytics and marketing, and that's where he spends most of his time compared to this 5s in development and finance. So we've said for all the days that Jeff spends in analytics, we're going to multiply that number of days he works per his utilization in that field. So, for instance, he spends 124 days in analytics. 124 times 1730 equals this number right here, and that's where we get this pay table from, as far as how much we're going to pay our employees based off of what they are experts in, or what they have their field of knowledge in. To the right, we have our schedule for 2 weeks. So as you can see, it kind of alternates as far as, if Jeff works Tuesday and Thursday this week, he's going to work Monday, Wednesday, Friday of next week. And this allows us to have everybody working the same amount, but still having each department worked each day. So every department's covered for each day. And then based off of all of this, our maximum performance that we can get is 6,237 at a cost of 1,500,150. I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so you guys can see the whole overview of it all. So here it all is again. We have our performance level, employee pay table, time constraints, and then some schedules. And then, so here is our our answer report, for that solver. As you can see, everything's integer. And then here's our sensitivity report for everybody. And then all of this, doing a minimum cost, however, we only achieve a 3,720 performance rating compared to the one that was in the 6,000s on the previous solver. But it does reduce our cost by 50%. But like it's mentioned, there's a hefty reduction to performance. And then going back through, and before I go over, you can kind of see, even whenever you do this, it kind of puts everybody, it has everybody working in their weaknesses. So it's kind of opposite and counterintuitive. As you can see, Ashley, for example, who's an intern, she has a skill level of 1 and 1 in analytics and marketing, and 1 in development, and her best field is finance. But it has her work doesn't work, or excuse me, it doesn't have her working at all in finance and working in analytics and marketing. This would be beneficial for her to improve those fields, but it wouldn't be, the recommendation for the way an organization should operate. And that goes for the people at the top. You can see Thomas has his lowest score in marketing compared to finances, development, and analytics, and it has him spending the most time, or all of his time, in marketing. So it would be a good way for those people to make up for where they're lacking, but it wouldn't make sense as far as the best for the company. So here are those same reports for the minimum cost, and here is the sensitivity report for the minimum cost as well. And then here is the best performance at lowest cost. So you can see our highest performance is the 6,237, which is up here in this corner at the highest cost. And then we have our lowest cost down here in the bottom left corner at 3,720, but we're only spending 786,000. So our best performance at lowest cost would be right here in the middle and be at 4,978 at 1,143,143. So this is our report for project 4. Please let us know if you saw anything that you had questions about, or anything that you might have concerns about, or maybe something that we just skipped over. We'd love to hear any feedback just to make our project better. And I hope everybody has a safe and fun holiday break.